Call of Duty. World at War was an absolute masterpiece of chaos. This game did not care about your feelings. It did not care if you were on a kill streak. It did not care if you were having a good day. The second you loaded into a match, the game basically said, "Right then, you little bastard, let's see how long you survive." And that is exactly why it was brilliant. World at War had this gritty, nasty, filthy atmosphere that newer Call of Duty games just can't seem to recreate. Everything looked bleak, blown to bits, and covered in ash. The guns sounded like they were made from bits of scaffolding and anger. Every map felt like somewhere you absolutely did not want to be. It was perfect. This wasn't some polished little theme park shooter where everyone's sliding about like they've greased their arse cheeks. No, this was mud, fire, screaming, and random explosions every 10 seconds. And then, of course, the dogs. Sweet Jesus, the dogs. To this day, I don't think any caused more immediate panic than hearing those bastards show up. The second the dogs were called in, the whole lobby turned into a support group for traumatized men. You'd hear the barking and instantly start spinning round like a confused pensioner and little. Didn't matter how good you were. Didn't matter if you were on a 10-kill streak, reloading behind cover, feeling like an absolute king. Then you had the bouncing Bettys, or as they should have been called, little hidden discs of pure bastardry. You'd be moving through a building, minding your own business, then hear that tiny little click from the floor. And in that exact moment, your soul would leave your body. Honestly, half of World at War wasn't even about winning gunfights. It was about avoiding all the absolutely unhinged nonsense scattered around the map trying to kill you. And somehow, that made it even better, because this game punished stupidity immediately. You couldn't just sprint around every corner like a crackhead with Wi-Fi. If you got careless, the game slapped you across the face for it. Betty in the doorway, grenade from nowhere, dog to the throat, and the guns. My God, the guns were beautiful. The MP40 was pure filth, absolute scumbag machine. If somebody decent had an MP40 in that lobby, everyone else may as well have just sat down and accepted fate. That thing was a menace. That's one of the best things about World at War. It had weight. Everything felt violent. Even getting a kill felt more satisfying because the game sold the impact so well. And the maps were class as well. Not just because they were good to play, but because they had actual character. Dark, wrecked, depressing, full of rubble, full of danger. They looked like war zones, which is kind of the bloody point. You weren't running around some shiny esports playground. You were fighting in bombed-out hellholes where death could come from literally anywhere. Which, to be fair, it usually did. And let's not forget, this absolute lunatic of a game also gave us zombies. Chaotic multiplayer, dogs, bouncing Bettys, legendary guns, grim maps, and then casually chucking in a mode that becomes one of the biggest things in gaming. World at War just had personality. It had grit. It had that weird, slightly broken, totally unfair map. Yeah, sometimes it was unbalanced. Yeah, sometimes it was complete bullshit. But it was fun bullshit. The kind that made you rage 1 second and laugh your head off the next. And that's why people still talk about it now. Nobody remembers bland. Nobody remembers safe. People remember getting absolutely mauled by dogs while screaming at the telly. People remember stepping on a bouncing Betty and shouting, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" People remember the MP40 merchants, the chaos, the panic, the nonsense. World at War was brutal. Stupid, legendary chaos.